I told them I would be here. They didn't believe. Well, look at me now. We're about to light it up tonight. Nobody's gonna stop us. No one's gonna get left up. 'Cause we're coming up right now. 'Cause we're coming up right now.
Hopefully you guys had a blessed week and are excited for the weekend. I'm sure those of you that are big fans of UFC know the Cormier fight is going on with Jones and Cormier. It's going to be a crazy fight. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So for those of you that are just joining, we're going to be on the treadmill today. We're going to do a 40-minute cardio session. Good morning. And we're going to start for the first 5 minutes. I want your incline at a 10 and your speed at a 4. Alright, we're going to start there for 5 minutes. And then over the next few days, I'll be sure to kind of post in my stories like some of the prizes that those 3 lucky winners are going to be getting. I'll have a few things set up. Really excited to do that. I love sharing some of my favorite products, some of the staples that have been a part of my regimen, or new finds, you know, like Legendary Foods. That was a new find. I mean, I'm obsessed with their nut butters. I mean, and even just their flavored almonds and macadamia nuts. They're really tasty, so it's nice. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Does this help with slimming the thighs? Are you talking about this incline that we're on right now? Yes, because if you think about it, you should be feeling the burn in your butt and inner thighs. Good morning. So we're kind of changing the pace here a little bit. We're starting with a little bit of incline to kind of really make sure that we're engaging that posterior chain, watching our steps, keeping our tummy tight, keeping our chest up, driving through those heels. And then we incorporate a little bit of running with some incline, which I feel is going to be really good for us, because I'm also trying to make sure my calves are in a good spot, and I just want to make sure I'm overall tighter. And then the sprint obviously is going to get my heart rate up. I want to burn those calories, and I want to make sure I'm getting a good sweat. And then as always, a recovery round, because again, the key to interval is, you know, getting that heart rate up and then bringing it back down and then bringing it back up. I like that type of training. Buenos dias. Cool. So we are about 2.5 minutes in. We're gonna keep this going. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already feeling the burn from the incline. It's been a while. And if the 4 speed is too, good morning. If the 4 speed is too much, because I do, you know, have very long legs, so it doesn't feel like too much, you can bring it down to like a 3.5, and that's still gonna get the same effect. Good morning, Gloria. So yes, today's a very, very, very special day. As I said, I'm here in Vegas for the NPC USA Bodybuilding Championships put on by Muscle Contest, and this show, like I said in my post, is a very special show to me. This is where I got my pro card. I did 2 NPC shows prior to going to Nationals. Didn't know what Nationals was, didn't really understand what it meant. I just knew I wanted to see, you know, where I measured up. And so I just worked my tail off from about March until July, and didn't do any shows in between to stunt my growth. I wanted to make sure I built, you know, a good physique for that stage. And I'll just never forget how many people were there. It was just the biggest show I'd ever done at that point. And I can remember the nerves and not knowing, you know, what this all meant. It's my first 2-day show too. And for those of you that compete, you already know that 2-day shows can be very difficult. Means longer periods without having as much food and water. You can't mess up your tan. It's definitely a high stressful situation, but you get used to them. You learn a lot. But I'm just really excited because I just did the final coat on Miss Lindsay Fox, and she got to her ideal weight. You know, I think last year she said she competed at 132 pounds when she was at this show. Hi! And this year, she's going to be stepping on the stage just under 122. So big 10 pounds is going to make a huge difference on that stage, especially since her frame carries a lot more muscle than most. So we had to spend a lot of time conditioning that. So 5 minutes has officially passed. So now for the next 3 minutes, go ahead and put your incline to a 3. And make sure your speed is at a 5. So now we're going to be picking it up a little bit more. And we're gonna stay here for 3 minutes. Oh, well, best of luck to you, the Tampa Pro. Yes, that must be fun. I've actually never been to Florida. I haven't done a show out there yet. It would be really fun to do so. I hear a lot of great things about it. And I mean, it's Florida. Who doesn't want to go to Florida, right? But best of luck to you. A lot of times when I tell people, when they say that, you know, the nerves kind of get hold on, good call, start my Fitbit, otherwise it doesn't count. And we're good. Okay. When it comes to dealing with the nerves, because I used to get really nervous also, but then I kind of had to have a conversation with myself. And so the conversation was, if I did everything I was supposed to do, why should I be nervous? I only have 10 seconds at the amateur level. You get 10 seconds of stage time, and you've put in 12, 15, or more weeks of work. If you let your nerves kind of trump all your hard work and then don't perform, it just doesn't make any sense, you know? You've worked too damn hard. You've dieted too damn long to allow some nerves to kind of block you from, you know, opening up your full potential on that stage. So I think about that all the time. And I usually have those kind of conversations with my athletes. And I think it really does help, you know, decompress them a little bit. So if you start to freak out, start thinking of how many days, every single rep, how many minutes, you know, how much training you've done, how many times you posed, how many times you did it right. You know, think of all the times that you could have cheated but you didn't. Think about everything, your whole prep as a whole. And if you know you gave your best, that should be good enough. That should calm you down right there. That's just my 2 cents. Life is too short to be worrying about things that you can't control. All you can control is your effort. And if you gave 100% effort, that's all you can do. That's all you can do. Only you can control how hard you want to go. You know, no one's putting a gun to your head saying you have to eat the tilapia, but you do it, you're right? You just gotta be diligent. Heck yeah, you're very welcome. Anytime. So, now we're finishing up that 3rd minute, so it's time for a sprint. Now, I'm gonna make sure my incline's at a 0. I'm gonna go at a speed of 8. You guys are more than welcome to go higher or lower. All right, let's start that minute now. Hold your questions. I can talk most of the time, but not when I'm sprinting. Almost there, guys. And time. Go ahead and bring your speed to a 5. And stay at a 0 incline. Perfect. And we're gonna stay here for a minute. Now you can fast walk, you can jog. I'm gonna jog lightly. We're staying here for a minute. This is where you want to get all that air in. And then we're going to do that again. So that was after this minute. That'll be 1 round down, and we got 3 more to go. It's that simple. So, what did I miss? So 5'4.5", I was supposed to make it on stage last show, yeah. Now aiming for 115. Yeah, when your body holds a lot of muscle like that, I mean, that's what I learned too. When I can remember early in my career, I used to compete around, 120, 119, and then as I got deeper into show, I started seeing that I actually need to come down a lot more. So now that's why I compete at 115 and under. So we just finished our first round. We're gonna go back to that incline of 10 and speed of 4. So bring that 4 speed and then get that incline up. And really try to make sure you have a nice wide gait when you're doing your incline. Nice and wide. Just like that, nice and wide. Really feel it. Okay. Ooh, that's got nice. I like to feel that burn. I'm always trying to work those inner thighs and hamstrings. I feel like that's where I carry a lot of my water, and a lot of my fat is usually my lower half. So that's why I have to get creative with my cardio. So I have to do so much of it, but I want to make sure that it's more. I don't always do steady state, but it's a mix. I like to do these intervals, and every couple of days I'll do in a steady state. Sometimes I go for time, sometimes I'll go for speed. It really just depends on how my body's feeling. I try to listen to my body a lot more these days. And I do think, age has a lot to do with it. I'm not saying that I'm old or anything, but, as you start to get deeper into your 30s, your body does change. You have to listen to it. It's not like how it used to be when I used to play basketball and I could just go for hours and hours and hours. It's like I need that recovery time. Otherwise, I'm just oatmeal. I really am. I'm just like a bump on a log. And I've noticed that more and more. And what I mean by recovery is not just recovery supplements. I need to sleep. With a lot of the travel that I've been doing, I haven't been getting as much sleep as I would like. And sleep is a huge part of recovery. Because when you get that good sleep, you get that REM sleep, you're going to recover a lot faster. So I'm just experiencing a lot more soreness. My soreness is lasting a lot longer these days, and sometimes it's impinging my movements, and so I have to get creative and modify things. But as soon as this travel stint is over, I'll be able to get back into JoJo from Athletics' schedule. He's going to be able to knock out all these kinks I have in my shoulders and back. I've been doing overtime on those suckers. All right, let's go ahead and go to the incline of 3 and a speed of 5. Incline of 3 and speed of 5. Now we're jogging. We're gonna stay here for 3 minutes. There's no incline on the speed of 8. It's just 0. Sorry, I'm just seeing your questions now. Oh, absolutely. And so the question was, do I recommend this cardio workout to someone that's just starting their weight loss journey? Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with making some modifications to the speeds. Like if you're just starting out, obviously I wouldn't have you do an 8 speed because that is going to be a little bit elevated. But what I would say is take it down 1 or 2 speeds for each of the intervals I gave you. But it's very friendly for that. I mean, that's the whole reason why I'm doing this is to lose weight. So hopefully that answers your question. Oh, heck yeah, girl, anytime. You're very welcome. Ooh, the sweat's starting to pour. Oh, but yeah, I feel like I'm living the dream, guys. I feel so blessed. When I put up that post for the 30K giveaway, I was just so excited, and I just feel so lucky to be able to have companies believe in me, have you guys follow and believe in. Like all week since I've been traveling, everyone keeps saying how much, I'm able to inspire them. And when I tell you, it really does motivate me. It really does. It always gives me that extra boost, that extra wind in my sails. And it just makes me want to get back to you guys even more, So I feel really blessed. My athletes are killing it right now. I officially have another pro 1 down, 2 more to go. Joni's next, Lindsay's next. It's just so cool. We're all vibing and pushing each other to be better. It's a beautiful thing. Questions? How often do you recommend this routine? It really depends, sweetheart. This is a 40-minute workout, and it depends on how many times you do cardio a week. I mean, you could do this 3 to 4 to 5 times a week. It just depends on where you're currently at. But this is definitely something that you could do on the regular. It's not like plyometrics where I'd be like definitely only once a week, because you got to give your joints and ligaments a rest, because it's with the gravity and velocity and how much you're jumping, you got to give yourself the recovery. So I wouldn't recommend doing plyos more often than once, but this workout is safe to do pretty much anytime you want. Okay, so we're coming up on that sprint. Let me make sure. Yeah, 4 weeks is tough for sure. Lower half, if you know that your lower half is your biggest area of improvement, start preps earlier. That's what I do. 12 weeks for what I need to do for my body isn't enough. So that's one of the reasons why I actually started my prep for Olympia at 20 weeks out. Doesn't mean that I was dieting hardcore, but my training was hardcore. And then slowly but surely the diet started getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And then that way, when I started my program from Kim Odo, I was already within striking distance, and that's what kind of makes it less stressful. All right, guys, let's go for that sprint. 0 incline, 8 sprint, or higher or lower if needed. And time. Okay, 0, still 0 incline, 5 speed. Ooh, guys, you guys sweating yet? Oh, good. Good, Fong. I hope you have a good cardio session on your lunch break. I know. I do need some water. I broke my cardinal rule. I don't have it right here next to me. I was kind of in a rush actually to get here. So, just to share a quick little story. Do your research, guys, when you do your travel. I was so focused on everything else, I kind of had a little bit of a brain fart and forgot to, book a hotel, well in advance, right? And that's awesome. And I forgot, with the UFC fight in Vegas, whenever it's a fight week, it's always crazy. It's almost impossible to find stuff. And I found one, and I just took it. And then I was like, all right, so where's your gym? We don't have one. It's like, what? What do you mean you have a gym? So it took me a little bit, and then I ended up forgetting my water, so shame on me. But lesson learned, you gotta plan. Don't wait till the last minute. Do we got any UFC fans out there? Who you got, Cormier or Jones? It's gonna be a crazy fight. I don't even know who I put my money on. I'm not really a gambling kind of person, but I know it's gonna be a good fight. All right, so it's time to go back on that incline. Jones, yeah, I have an inkling that might happen, but I don't know. You can't count out Cormier. 10 incline, 4 speed. Here we go. And then really make sure that you have a nice wide gait when you're doing this incline. There you go. So yeah, what else is going on? 7 weeks out. Holy crap. I cannot believe that I've been training basically for 13 weeks. And I feel really good. I don't feel worn down, I just feel sore, you know. But as soon as I see JoJo from Athletics, he always makes me feel a lot better. See, this is why I know recovery is so important. I'm used to seeing him at least once a week. I know how important the massage is, and with me lifting heavy, because I'm trying to round out my shoulder caps and have a little bit of a wider back, because it gives me it gives the illusion of a tinier waistline, because my lower half has notoriously been bigger than my upper half, so it's about proportions for me. And so that's why I lift heavy shoulders and heavy back, and I keep it very light on the legs. It's just high reps, low weight, and a lot of cardio, but it's smart cardio, you know. And when I don't see JoJo, that's when I notice it the most, you know. And granted, sometimes our schedule gets away from us. He got married and then had a honeymoon, and then I had to travel to Pittsburgh, or first it was Boston, then it was Pittsburgh, so I haven't seen him. We're going on 3 weeks, so 3 weeks without getting my muscles like released, I'm feeling it big time. So it's one of those things that I have to make sure I just get it in my schedule. I'm probably due for another ice bath soon, and I haven't had a chance to Epsom salt bath because the hotel that I chose doesn't have a tub, so I have to wait till I get back home. But when I tell you guys that these things are very important, I talk about them all the time with my clients, it's because I do them for myself. I mean, everything I pretty much share with you guys is what I've done for myself. I don't feel right just subscribing something that I've never done and don't know what it's going to feel like, or never tried myself. I like to make myself a guinea pig. If I don't know something, I'm going to try it, do it 100%, pick it apart, and then kind of see where it would be applicable to my clientele. It's one of the reasons why I love being a personal trainer and love being in the fitness industry. It's forever changing. You know, just like the new iPhones and all these new technologies come out every year, there's always new techniques, new diets, and some might call them fads, but I think everything works if you put a plan to it and execute. You know, it's really about consistency. I don't think there's one thing that's better than the other. I think it's what works best for you. What you can be the most consistent at is going to get you the most results. I'm a little bit winded today. I think it's also because I'm not used to being around this much cigarette smoke. I have allergy-induced asthma, so I don't know how many of you guys use your inhalers, but I usually carry my Q-Var and my albuterol with me all the time. It doesn't normally bother me during cardio, unless, you know, like walking around the casinos and stuff to get to and from where I need to go. The cigarette smoke really does affect me that bad. So don't mind me if you hear me coughing a little bit more in a little bit, because I can already kind of feel it coming up. Does anyone else have allergy-induced asthma? I swear, it just pops up out of nowhere sometimes. I'll be in a dead sleep and then just have a crazy coughing spell. Good morning, good morning. All right, guys, we're about 20 seconds away from starting back up again. Whew. The incline definitely burns. Has a different little element to it. So that's why I kind of like the, you know, the incline and then a good jog. Okay, yes, I know you do, Gloria. Heck yeah. And it's just a nice dynamic, because I'm really just trying to shape up these legs. Sometimes I feel like my legs are the bane of my existence. I know they're not terrible, but, right? Asthma be trying to mess stuff up for us. But I'll tell you what though, those inhalers really do work. They really do work. But yeah, I think it's the heat and the dryness of the desert out here that kind of flares it up a little bit. And let's be honest, I've been traveling so much that my body hasn't really gotten used to where I'm at. It's like from Boston to Pittsburgh to San Diego to back to the Bay, back to Vegas. Like, it's just, my body's kind of a little irritated. It doesn't know what to do. But I know what to do. It's time for an incline of 3 and a speed of 5. Oh, my nails, I know, guys, it's bad. That's from the tan. I wore gloves. Sometimes it seeps through, though. You have 2 inhalers, too, yep. All right, let's go ahead and bring this incline down to 3. And 5. See, I'm like, I can already feel it in here. And I did bring my inhalers, though. Yes, it can be defeating, but you know, that's why we just take our proper precautions. Alright, so now we're just going to be here for about 3 minutes. Another great question. How do you structure your cardio for prep? Do you use it as a last tool, or do you just add it right away at the beginning of prep? Alright, so here's my secret. I never stop doing cardio. It might get shorter, but I don't take it out, ever. Now, I used to in the beginning, and I felt like I don't really like to take out the cardio because once you build up the stamina and then lose it, you just like you're starting all over again, right? And so I wanted to make sure that I could continuously bring my stamina to another level to help with my conditioning. So by keeping my cardio constant, that's how I'm able to like talk to you guys while I'm doing it, because this is actually kind of hard to do. I wouldn't have been able to do this a year ago. You know, and I could actually go up to 12 and 15 speeds on the treadmill if I needed to. And I couldn't do that before. So I like to increase my cardio just for aesthetics, but I also like to do it for performance. Because the harder I'm able to work, the more I'm going to be able to condition this body. And honestly, it just looks better when you've been doing it for a long period of time, as opposed to binge cardioing. That's a word. I do see that a lot. I feel like people focus on the lift, and then as they get deeper in their prep, it's like, okay, now it's time for cardio. And you can always tell the ones that focused on way too much cardio at the end, it wasn't like consistent, because it's like it's not even. It's not an even look. I don't know if that made sense. In my head it did. But I keep cardio from the very beginning, and then it just slowly increases. It starts with like 1 session, gets up to 2, sometimes 3, and the smallest session could be 30 minutes and the longest could be an hour. So it varies. I base it on how my body's coming in, how my body's looking. The scale is a factor, but it's not the determining factor. It's how my overall look is. That's what I care most about. So hopefully that answers your question. Almost there, guys. We got about 15 more seconds, and then we'll get our sprint on. I'm feeling a little crazy, so I think I'm going to increase my speed a little bit. We'll see how a 10 feels. I haven't really played with high speeds in a while. My hip flexors have been really tight lately. Well, my whole body, really. So try to be cautious. All right, here we go. Bring that incline to a 0. And let's get that speed to an 8 or higher. In this case, I'm going to see what a 10 feels like. It's been a while. Oh, it sounds like it's going to be fast. Here we go. Seconds. Time. Wow. That was good. 0 incline, 5 speed. Let's recover. There's Angie Flocka. You won. I'll be sure to post a story, again, re-announcing the winners just in case anyone wasn't on for my 30K giveaway. Hey, April. I love it when you're on. You always get the best questions. I love these questions, guys. Keep them coming. Good morning, April. April's question is, what's your advice in regards to applying for a sponsorship or becoming a sponsored athlete? And Tanya, to answer your question, I didn't get a chance to take my pre-workout or coffee. So this is just pure will right here. We're staying here for 5 minutes, or sorry, yeah, 1 minute. Just kidding, 1 minute. All right, back to the question for April. I get to ask that a lot about sponsorships. And I think one of the things that you guys need to do is put yourself in their position. You're there, you have to pretend that you're a business. Why should this particular business sponsor you? Why should I put money into you? So how would you spin that? It's like, well, obviously they do look at following. And that doesn't mean that you need to go and buy followers, because we all know that people can buy followers and buy likes. They want to see engagement, right? They want to see how many comments you get. They want to see how many of your actual followers follow and are loyal to you and watch everything that you're doing. Like, they can tell when it's fake, and we all are up to that now. But do you even believe in the brand? Do you use the products yourself? Tell them some stories about how their product has helped you. Most of the pretty much all my sponsors, I believe in their products 100%. I was fans of the product before I even thought about inquiring about a sponsorship. Like, I used the products for a year, 2 years, know their product inside and out. So when I do reach out to them, it's like I'm able to kind of put myself in a position to almost be an expert about their product. And companies love that. That's the best compliment. When you can sit there and organically talk about their product, and it's so organic that it's not like you're pushing it and trying to sell it. It's like, you really use this and it really works. Because no one wants to be sold to. You know, we can smell a sales pitch a mile away. And that's one of the reasons why, like, you'll notice I'm not going to shove things down your throat. I'm going to share with you what I use and how it works for my clients. And if you choose to get it, great. But the biggest thing you can do is learn all about the companies that you want to be sponsored by. Make sure that you can explain what's in it for them, because that's really all that matters to them. So I hope that kind of answers your question. You know, taking pictures of their product and you know, obviously posting about it helps. But really, you just have to believe in the brand. I really fully believe that when you believe in something, that it's gonna come back to you, you know? So I think that pretty much sums it up. So hopefully that helps. If you have specifics, April, definitely message me or shoot me a text. Okay, I think we are ready for our next incline. Whew. Are you guys feeling that in your, like, inner thighs? I know I am. So, incline of 10. Hello, Lisa. My other posing client who turned pro last weekend. Whoop, whoop. So, we're going to a 10 incline and a speed of 4. You're very welcome, April. Anytime. You know where to find me, girl. Alright, so, walk it out. Walk it out. Now walk it out. Whew. Guys, we're like literally 7 minutes away from being done. We'll have a 40-minute session in. Isn't that freaking awesome? Okay, so let's answer more questions. I love these questions. All right, good morning, Breena. Do you think 2017 is possibly your best pre-Olympia prep? Yes. I was trying to think of something more profound, but 100%. I think that experience is your best friend. And if you think about it, I've done over 20 shows. We're going into my 4th year now. This is my 3rd Olympia. It's not like I don't know what to do or expect. You know, I've been competing with some of the best athletes in the world and holding my own. So I feel really, really good about this year's Olympia. I feel like I know how to bring my body in. I've got the support of a great coach. You know, my husband, my team. Everyone's been so supportive. I mean, we train together every step of the way. And I feel ready. I feel ready. So, yes, to answer your question, this is definitely my best pre-Olympia prep. And I think I'm going to shake things up this year, guys. I really do. And I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it without your support. You know, to know that so many people are counting on me, or to know that everyone's inspired by what I do. I feel like I have all of you guys right here pushing me along the way. And did my voice just crack right now? Am I getting emotional? But I mean, it's such a beautiful thing to be able to relate and connect and inspire. And so I'm just ready to do that. I've always wanted to use this platform for good. You know, I want to be a top bodybuilder. Yes, some of it is for ego, obviously, we train for it, but it gives me opportunities like this. It gives me opportunities to help people in other countries. It gives me opportunities to be able to travel and meet people and talk with people and communicate. And I want to travel the world. I want to go from gym to gym. I want to have seminar after seminar. I want to keep helping people because it makes me feel good. You know, when competing is done, that doesn't mean I want to stop, you know, when it comes to education. I want to help as many people as possible, and when bodybuilding's over, that's still going to be something that I do. So bodybuilding is amazing. It's been great for my business. It's been great for me as an athlete because I've missed that competitive edge since, you know, I stopped playing basketball probably back in 2006, and I've been looking for something that would satisfy my competitive nature. And bodybuilding's been it, and along the way I've just kind of learned so much about myself, and it's changed my life for the good. So good job getting me talking. Almost missed my interval. Next up, we got 3 incline, 5 speed for 3 minutes. Great questions. Thank you, Valerie. Good morning. All right. 3 and 5. 3 and 5. So yeah, I'm stoked. I haven't done a back-to-back-to-back consecutively like that in a really long time. I mean, yes, when I had Legends and Fit World in Australia, like it was 3 shows, but I had a month in between my first 2 wins, and then I had a week in between Fit World and Arnold. So this is gonna be very interesting, but you know me, I love a challenge. Something I love more than challenging myself. So I'll be in Olympia, here in Vegas, and then the very next week, Seoul, Korea, and I love Seoul. It's such a beautiful country. I love Korea. And then for the first time ever, I'll be heading to Europe. I've never been to Europe. It's been a goal of mine, and I've heard nothing but good things about Prague. So I'm very, very, very excited. I'm hoping to be able to schedule some photo shoots while I'm out on the road. You know, when I did that photo shoot with Kai York a few months back, he kind of inspired me to want to do more modeling, because I kind of went away from the typical modeling, the commercial modeling, the runway modeling. I just didn't like the image, and I didn't like being told that I was too curvy, too thick. And so and then when I found out there was fitness modeling, I was like, heck yeah, that's more my deal anyway. But I really do love fashion. So I really think that I'm gonna do that and find some really cool outfits and do some photo shoots in Seoul and Prague. So I'm really excited about that. Oh, cool. Heck yeah. Oh, yes, yes, please, guys, don't forget, if you guys are planning to come out here to Vegas for the Olympia, we do have that meet and greet. All of us athletes have our own, like, little table, and we're able to sign autographs and, you know, sell apparel and all these different things. And it's so rewarding because I get to meet you guys. So if you guys are in Vegas September 15th, 16th, please come up to me. Don't be shy. Let's get a pic. Let's rap. Let's hug. Let's meet. All right, you guys ready for that last sprint? All right, here we go. We're gonna go for 0 incline, and you know what? I'm gonna go for 11. 11 speed. 11, fun fact, is my lucky number. When I played basketball, that was the number that I always wanted to wear. There's only a couple of times where I couldn't wear it, but whenever I had the choice, singles, all day long. Yeah. I'm a big fan of making your last set your best set, so that's why I'm increasing it. Go. 10 seconds, guys, come on. 10 seconds. Time. 0 incline, 5 speed. Thanks, Tanya. Ooh, I can feel that one in my chest. All right, now we just gotta get that recovery minute in. And guys, we are done. Done, done, done. Awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Oh, yeah, here we go. So now, this minute is really just about recovery. If you need to bring it below a 5, maybe a 4 or 3.5, that's fine. For this minute, I just want it to bring down your heart rate. So again, if you guys missed it, my winners, we've got Angie_Flaca84. My other winner, Susie Laura. And then map 4 of 6. Map 4 of 6. So those are my 3 lucky winners for my 30K giveaway. Thank you guys for participating in that. It's really cool to see the numbers, guys. There is over 123 of you that participated. And yes, it's fun to get fun prizes, but I really want to bring this home to you guys. The whole purpose of that exercise was for you to recognize why you should be grateful. You know, we complain a lot. We're a society of complainers, right? It's like we're overworked, we're tired, we're this, we're that, and we always have something to say. Negative. We speak negatively a lot, and so sometimes it's just good to take a moment and be grateful for the things that you have. You know, whenever I find myself almost kind of going in that route, I have to pull myself back and remind myself I'm alive, right? Remind myself that we aren't promised tomorrow, but yet here I am. You know, we're doing what we're doing. Like, I woke up today. Thank you for that. You know, so taking the time to just be grateful and appreciative of all the things that you have. You know, whether you believe in God, Buddha, Yahweh, the universe, it doesn't matter. There's a higher power, and whatever that means to you, I just wanted to make sure that you took the time to just appreciate what you have. So that's kind of the purpose of the gratitude. You know, I think it was a great exercise, and sometimes we just don't take a moment to just write down some stuff. You know, I like to journal. I don't know how many of you guys out there like to journal. And I like it because I like to be able to reflect. I like to look back at how I was feeling, and sometimes I like to even talk back to myself as if I was talking to a friend when I read that journal, what I might have been going through at that time. And it's a great exercise for, you know, introspection. So Karina, if you look on my stories, the entire workout has been posted on there. It was 4 rounds each. If you did 1 round, it was a 10-minute round. So if you need to do a 30-minute session, just do 3 rounds. If you need to do an hour, then do 6. So hopefully that answers your questions. But it is in my stories. I usually try, if time permitting, to post what the workout's going to be right before the session. So hopefully that helps you out. Did I miss anybody else's questions? I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. And for those of you saying you're going to do it for lunch, don't forget to shoot me a message and tell me how you liked it, how much you sweat. It's all about sweat, guys. And remember, you can always adjust the speeds and inclines to something that suits you. And then work your way up. You know, I'm not telling you to take the easy road, but you also have to listen to your body. Some of the things, like I said, I have really long legs for someone who's 5'6". I feel like I'm a lot more legs, so I use my gait a lot, so that's why I'm able to go to high speeds. It's not really because I'm that fast, I promise. So we can shut it down now. Man, I can't say thank you guys enough. I'm so glad that you guys have been continuing this journey with me. You know, I've been talking to a lot of athletes as well, and they really think the idea of this live cardio is cool because it gives us a chance to interact and you guys get to see that we're real people. You know, as much as I appreciate how many of you guys think I just have the superwoman cape on my back all the time, I'm a normal person like you. I'm just a little bit crazier about my goals, and I just have the knowledge and experience to kind of help guide me, and I want to make sure I'm sharing that with you guys. Yeah, straight running is boring. It is. I never want to feel like a hamster on a wheel, so that's kind of why I try to create these different intervals, and it makes training fun, and that's one of the reasons why I created these IG live sessions, because I think it kind of shows us, hey, before I couldn't do 40 minutes, but you know, when I'm just talking and I have a plan, I'm getting through it, I can do it. So, you know, I want you guys to realize that you guys are fully capable of doing what it is you want to do. Whatever your goals are, you can. You just have to make sure you have a plan and you execute. So, again, I can't say thank you enough for all your guys' support. We are going to continue to do this. We have 7. Can you believe we only have 7? Well, more like 6, because obviously I'm not going to be able to do IG Live with you on that Friday because that's Olympia Day. But we've got 6 more sessions together. I think I want to keep this going. Maybe we can do something different. I don't know. We'll play with it. I'm open to suggestions. But nonetheless, continue to keep following on my IG account. Definitely take a look at the YouTube channel. More and more videos are going on there, so please subscribe. Thank you guys again for the constant support. Please send all your good vibes to my athlete, Lindsay Fox, as she is looking to get that pro card this weekend. And I just want to wish you guys the absolute best. Thanks for watching.